Good evening. Good evening. I thought maybe I'd go live tonight, Friday night live. We had an awesome time on last night, so I decided to, it's been a long time since we let people just rest and do things that they need to do. Trying to make sure I get the exercises that I need, uh, prayer exercises that we can unlock some things in the year of 2025. There's some things that got to be unlocked. And I just wanted to stop by tonight on my way over to meet with my family. Their people flew in and we're here for one of my nephews to get married tomorrow. So we have a great time and doing the things that we need to do and just trying to get in shape. 2025 got to be a year that you get in shape for what God has prepared for you. Hey, take this moment right now, post, share, and like. Let's see how many people we can get to stop by on this Friday night and get on with us because we're looking for divine expansion. Hear me very well as I speak to you by means of Facebook, YouTube, live. I let you know that man, you got to keep moving, keep fighting, keep keep going forth. It's time to get your spiritual muscles in place. I mean that you're able to conquer what the enemy is trying to do. I was walking around and what made me get so excited about this here. Um, I walked out of the doctor's office this morning, and in the midst of me walking out, a gentleman walked up to me and said, "Man, how you doing?" I said, "I'm blessed and highly favored." He said, "Whatever you do, let me give you some words of advice, and I'm just talking to you straight up." He said, "Live, live, live." And I looked at him. I said, "Wait a minute." He said, "Live, get every thought out of your mind." He said, "Exercising at least 30 minutes a day." He said, "Exercising, get your heart in shape." He said, "Don't sit around and worry about things." He said, "The number one big killer is stress. People that can't put it together, can't make things right. You know, some of the time we're stressing about other people's problems, not even our own. Not we're not even stressed about what we're going through. It's other people situation. We find ourselves worrying about what they're gonna do, how they're gonna go forth. And as pastors, as shepherds, even as people of faith, our biggest problem we found out when our CPA looked at our account, he said, "You guys have the potential to make a lot more money than you have right now. But I see what you're doing. You're trying to keep everybody on a level. You're taking care of people that are not being productive. You find yourself doing things and you're trying to make sure they are right, but it's draining you. It's draining you, and they're gonna keep taking from you as long as they know that it's available." I was listening at a great preacher. I think I shared it on my Facebook, and I learned that there are people, if you stop doing what they expect you to do, now you become their enemy. They forget about all of the time that they used to call you their friend. Boy, it used to be, "Oh my God, that's the one boy, I would not make it." But as soon as you make up your mind that, I'm not doing that no more, I'm not, I never forget, I tell this stories all the time. I used to, after church, man, until I learned, I used to have two or three carloads of people going out to eat, two or three carloads. And because they knew that At the end of the meal, I was gonna take my card out and I was gonna pay for everything. Till one time, my wife, whatever had happened, she said, "Give me your wallet." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Give me your wallet." She said, "We're all going out, but give me your wallet." And I said, "No, no." She said, "Give me your wallet, Junior." I gave her my wallet, and when we went out, she stood there and said, "Tonight I'm paying for me and my husband. Um, I want to take him out tonight." So everybody don't know. People stop ordering things that they used to order when someone else was paying for it. Some of them say, I just want coffee. I just want tea. And that night, I learned a valuable lesson. I learned something so important. Because that very night, those same people disconnect themselves from me. I learned that they only was attached to what I have, not to me as a person. Not to me as I don't even want people hanging around me in 2025 that aren't attached to what they think they can just get out of me. Even if the oil on my life. I want you to bring something to the table. Man, bring your motivation, bring your inspiration, I have some young people that is on fire, and I thank God for them. Oh my God, I thank God for them. They motivated me last night. My God, I thank God for them every Sunday. Every time I get out of church, I thank God because they are so motivated. These are college students. And I look at them and I see the motivation on their mind. I see that they want to do something in life, but people have to find your value. And they cannot find your value when you are standing in the way trying to do things that So when the doctor told me and the young man told me, he said, "Man, stressed out. Don't be stressed out." He said, "Let it go." Sometimes you got to release things. Sometimes you got to exercise things. Sometimes you got to build those muscles that you're able to stand yourself. And I start picking this up because there is some doors that got to be open in 2025. There's some new doors, and then there's some ancient doors. There's some doors that I got to step into, and God told us this morning, say, step in it, step in it, step in it. Start building yourself up, and then step in it. A good man's steps are ordered by God. Do not be afraid of of the journey that God got you on. Listen at me. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, and it's gonna be God. It's also gonna be big, and it's gonna be God. It's gonna be so amazing because the journey that God got you on is this journey. Sometime He have to take you down a road where you don't understand, you don't know how. But when you walk down that road, you're able to stand and be the person that God called you to be. I'm excited tonight. I'm so excited tonight on this Friday night because I feel that God is birthing in this moment. I'm praying for one of my spirit. They don't mind me calling her my daughter. I mean, I watched this young girl raise up, and she couldn't go back to California, and it blew my mind. She couldn't go back up there, and all of a sudden I get ready to get in my car. I say, God have need for you here. Uh, I say, you may not understand this, but sometimes God would change our plan. Even after we have spent exalt all of the funds to make things right, sometimes God would say, "No, yeah, you may have to take a loss." I remember me and my wife, we went in a business deal. That was about three times. Three times we went in a business deal. We opened up a beauty salon with some people, partnership with some people. I think that beauty salon was named First Choice. First Choice. And as we went in there, when we went in this business deal, it just wasn't the right timing. It was just, I mean, we had all of the great stylists, We had everything together, everything so unique, but it was just personalities were crashing. I mean, this personality couldn't get with that personality. This could happen with that person. That could happen. And I mean, these was top stylers. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, I looked at my wife and said, "This is it." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Let's go." She said, "You're not gonna get your money back." No, we got to take a loss. We got to take a loss. Before we got to school, we went in a well-known beauty school, went in partnership, gave money to the person, and God let something happen that the person was so angry, had an attitude on the phone, and we supposed to met with the realtors the next day. I text her, and she called me back. I say, "No, we can't do it. We can't do it." She said, "Well, you're not getting your money back." I said, "I don't want the money back. You go ahead and do what you got to do. You make that thing, because sometimes you got to take a loss. Got to take a loss. Sometimes, and taking a loss, God has already have a prepared moment, a prepared blessing. And taking that loss, now we went and saw a school on Ninth Avenue. Ninth Avenue. Now, this school had already went through the 5 years. So this was the best opportunity, because now, in order to be accredited all over the world, we already had the 5 years, so we can go right in. The first year we started working on accreditation. We was accredited a year later. A year later, one of the first African American black school here in South Florida, where Miami-Dade area, Broward-Dade and Palm Beach, that was accredited nationally. But if we didn't take that loss, we probably would have been stuck and stressed out under so much pressure. Sometimes you got to take a loss. Sometimes you got to say, "Okay, you won that battle. I give you that. I'm not finna argue about that in 2025. Okay, you got that. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're sure right. You got that. That's you. Yeah, yeah. I take the loss. I be the bigger person and just say, I own that. I own that. It was my fault. So hey, if I made some bad choices, I take it. I take the full responsibility of the action. If that's gonna make you feel good, it's gonna make you be able to go forth. Take the loss. Take the loss. Taking the loss a lot of time is setting you up for something great. Don't sit around and just try to show who's right and who's wrong. And I'm one. I will show you. I sit down and argue with you all day long. Okay, I'm gonna prove to you. You could bring up this and I bring up that. You bring up this, I bring up that. God said, "No, this is not the season. It does not matter who's right or wrong. What matter in 2025 is you don't hold nothing in your heart. Sometimes you got to release some things in order to go to the next level." So we pray against every demonic trap or setup. I told them last night, and I'm saying to you right now, the enemy wanted. I just jumped up. I jumped up right quick. I said, "Oh my God, I got to go on the air." And then my sister called, my older sister called. I said, "Oh my God, I got to rush over to my mom's house." And then I jumped up. I said, "Oh my God, I was so tired." And I'm telling you, you cannot be stressed out. Let it go and live. Let it go and live. God, God want to bless you beyond your normal income, your normal ability. He want to bless you beyond the very thing that you're in, beyond your retirement, beyond your salary, beyond everything. God is not finished with you yet. I need somebody to send out. God is not finished with you yet. Listen at me. Listen at me very carefully. God is not finished with you yet. It's not over until God says it's over. My brothers and my sisters, hold your head up. Don't look down. Look to the hills. Keep your eyes focused on what God say. I believe that the glory of God, do like Jabez. Jabez stood up and said, "Oh Lord, bless me. Bless me. Enlarge my territory." I'm not on yet. I'm not on. No. Yeah. Oh Lord, I know I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm live here. So, oh Lord, bless me indeed. Let me try to get this right for my wife. I know many of you think, oh Lord, bless me. Bless me. Bless me indeed. I didn't get a chance to even share this thing tonight. I'm so excited to be on. I'm just excited what God is doing in the life of people that would believe. I just had to get that right. Let me share this a little bit. Oh Lord, bless me indeed. Enlarge my territory. Enlarge my territory. God, I don't want to be stuck. I am not boxed in. A person had an attitude and say, "You're not a part of the clique. You're not a part of the group. You're not a part of everything." Anybody that know me, I never tried to be a part of anything. I definitely want to see the hands of God in people's life. And I told people gonna know your value. They're gonna know your value. I don't do things just for. We had this conversation, and I thank God for last night. I was at camp meeting, and a lot of time, and I said this on radio, I'm gonna say it now. A lot of time when you go there, people say, "Well, I need you to do this here, and I need you to do that. I need you to raise this kind of money." But the apostle I went to last night said, "Man, I just want the people to be on fire." I said, He said, I just want them to keep the fire burning this a year. And I said, what's going on? He said, I just want, and when I walked out there, it was a lot of young people. I mean, it was so amazing that I couldn't, God just switched everything. See, it don't matter what your condition is. Don't hold back. Don't let yourself feel like you're useless. Don't. I don't care. I don't care what you have done. That I told them on last night, and what I said all that to say this here. What it made it so important is it was more concerned about souls. People gonna know your value. People gonna know your value. They're gonna know the oil upon your life, not by how you speak a word, not by how you uh bring things. They're gonna know the value, how you live, how you walk by God, walk by faith, not by sight, how you live in the spirit. They're gonna know. I told them I don't want people to know me just as a man or as a father that I am, as a preacher that I am, as a businessman that I am. I just don't want them to know that part of me. But I want them to know me from the life that I live, the Christ in me. I want them to forget about whatever else and say, you know what? I know his value. Junior is important for the kingdom. When people recognize that you're important for the kingdom, they understand who you are. They understand what you're made of. And you got to know your value. You got to know that you can't identify with everybody. And everybody's not going to identify with you. Let's just keep it real. Everybody, no matter what you do, there's some people you're not. My dad used to tell us all the time, and you hear me say this. and for the last 2 years, because I'm just really releasing a lot of things. This last 7 days and this year, I'm really healing on the inside. I'm releasing a lot of things because I found out I had a madness on the inside of me, so mad. But I'm releasing a lot of things. And he used to say, Junior, in some of the word, when you live this life, you got to realize you're gonna find yourself in moments that all you can do is trust your God. You got to trust your God. Whatever you do, do not allow anything to control your destiny. People, places, or things. So I'm saying to you on tonight, as I started out by saying, we got, don't be stressed out. Man, I don't care what take place. You got to fight for it. This a season. You got to exercise your faith. Exercise your faith. You got to fight for it. You got to fight for it. You got to build your faith muscles. That not by might, not by power, but by your spirit. I'm getting ready to move. I'm getting ready to do some things that never been done before. I'm going to go places that I've never been before. I'm going to create explosive blessings that give me to come. Blessings that gonna last for years. I'm going to see the mighty hands of God upon me and upon my family. Favor explosion is happening all around me. I'm going to see God's power like never before. I just stopped by tonight to let you know on this Friday night that God is getting ready to do it big. He's doing something that nobody ever seen done before. And I want you to get ready. I want you to get a glass of water. I want to pray for somebody right now that need a miracle. I encouraged the people this morning. I told them, no matter what state they're in, no matter what's going on, no matter what they're fighting, the enemy job is to convince them that God's not going to do it. And I told them on this 10th day, do not give up on God. Do not abandon the assignment, but hold on. Something is about to break. Something is about to happen. I told them God already got it set. He have a set time. You're part of the plan that he have in this hour. And that plan is going to be good. It's going to be profitable. It's going to make you be whatever you need to be. I'm telling you right now, you don't know how it's going to happen. But one thing you know, there's 1,000 ways to increase. You got to say 1,000 times, more and more and more, 1,000 times. I know we got 40, we got 60, we got 100. But then he stood up and said 1,000 times, more and more. You got that water? Father, I pray a prayer of faith, real miracles that it happen in somebody's life, in somebody's body. Touch them from the crown of their head to the sole of their feet right now. And now, God, I speak blessings upon your people. According to Amos 9 and 13, Ephesians 3 and 20, Deuteronomy 28, Jeremiah 30 and 17. I can't leave you out, Jeremiah, because you said, according to the word of God, that God will restore our health and heal our wounds. I hope to see you Sunday. Help me and help me build Sunday. Sunday was such an awesome crowd. Start now. Start building. And on this Friday night, I speak blessings upon blessing upon you. Walk in it.